Hey Mike, just sitting down to review your page. Now, a couple of things. The headline starts well, okay, and it's all good here. 48 hours, just write hours like as if you're writing a book, so you don't shorten the words. Now here's we got some problems. Um, I'd say move the deer thing here below the RE, and now here you got it all of the words are capitalized for some reason. I don't know why. It's just a piece of copy. Okay, so here's how I would change all this. Okay, check this out. I'd remove this. I want to make it sentence case. This is not a headline. I mean, now you put because as a headline. Because cannot be a headline. It can never be. It just doesn't mean anything. Now that I kind of slightly edited visually what you've got written here, here's the problem that I've got with what you've written. Now we're talking about selling a silhouette to a list. So when you say this cab ride will take you exactly 10 minutes and 80 seconds and you'll make 408 bucks, from it, it's not true because you need a list, okay? And that kind of changes things. So I would probably target this product to list owners, okay, people who got a list, maybe if it's a tiny list. I would change it a little bit to say something like this. I also don't get the metaphor. It doesn't really strike me as well. Not quite sure what you mean here. Let me think of a better. Let me think of a better intro. Okay, Mike. So I kind of took a careful look, and I would like you to remove all of this. Okay? It's not necessary here. Absolutely not. Now, since you're going with the cap thing in the headline, maybe you can find like a graphic of a cap of some sort. And when you say my cap start to feel like a prison cell, is there? Let's try and find a prison cell cap image. Well, there's got to be something that you can use that illustrates the point, right? Now, I'd also remove this box. I don't feel it's necessary here. A little bit of a styling issue over here, but overall it's pretty good. Now, instead of all of this, maybe instead of all of this, you can change the headline to something that says something like I feel like I know you. You know, this headline, something like I feel like I know you, and remove everything until the 1, 2, 3 part. Now, at this point, now that you've built up a little value, I don't think you need to go back to your story. I don't think you need to go back. I think you need to keep building it up. And so I'd like you to remove this part and just talk about things changing. At this point, I think you just need to get into the selling of the product. You don't need to invent the story of someone coming over and asking you stuff and showing you the thing. Just go directly into saying something like, I know how you feel, and I don't blame you for being skeptical or something. But hear me out, because this will not require you to build a website. This will not require you to build blah blah blah. Now, again, there's a problem. There's a problem with a bunch of bullets here that you wrote. You say you won't need to have build a website or buy a website. They will, because they need a list. You won't need to do traditional old school methods. You don't have to waste hours writing articles. Well, that's true. So, in other words, I want you to be targeting the product to list owners. So at the top, make sure that somehow you talk about a list, even if it's a small list. It's still gonna work. Okay. Now, I don't want you to call these things videos. Call them steps, or I don't know, parts, or manuals, but not videos. You're devaluing the product. Now, what you're doing here is not writing bullets. You kind of taking them through an imaginary state where you just explain what's gonna happen to them. Okay, and this, well, you should be doing it somewhere below the copy, but the bullet points should not be it. You know what I mean? So if you want to keep this, just let's just say imagine. Just remove this and say imagine dot dot dot. And now don't say video one. Say 2 minutes 52 seconds. Step one, deploy the 10-minute cache formula. Step two, 2 minutes 52 seconds later, it shows you blah blah blah. Step three, 2 minutes 58, like 5 minutes or 6 minutes since starting. You wake up, blah blah blah, or something. I don't know. It's just these are not bullets, and you can't write them like that. But if you're using the words video, so you're explaining what's happening, right? You're as if doing bullets, which is not, again, not the case here. I don't like this whole bit right here. By the way, this is the first time you ever talk about them having a list. I don't like this because it's as if you're trying to pick up a girl, and you come up to her and say, you know what, let's go to my place, I'll treat you well, I'll feed you, I'll give you my best bathrobe, I'll treat you like a queen. You don't just, women will not react to that, and so will the customer. I will give you no BS, I will treat you well, and all that stuff. It's not how you build the value. Also, right here, you gotta move this headline. Also, it's in a different style from the rest of the headlines, which is weird. But you gotta move this headline somewhere below where you talk about scarcity. You remove the thing that says you don't know me, and you kind of just segue into testimonials. In well, using headlines such as look what other people, look what people are getting with the system, look what kind of results my customers are enjoying after using the system, blah blah blah. Now, when you get into the guarantee, you don't need to kind of blow up the guarantee. It's being blown up right here. Change 1 year to 365 days. It just seems like more. Okay. Now I would like you to add a photo to the guarantee and a graphical signature of yours as well. When you talk about the price tag right here, you cannot say what's the damage because you're putting like an image into the customer's head that it is damage. It's not a damage, it's an investment. Okay, this is how you introduce it. Okay, now, okay, so what's the damage should be introduced in the price tag, but it's not talking about the price, it's talking about the guarantee again. So there's a mismatch. Well, there you go. Bye bye.